Wanted to talk about is measuring results, not time. And I think this is an evolution in American industry and thinking on this topic. I know as I've matured, I'm less interested when somebody says, "Oh, I worked 50 hours this week." That's not really the important thing, although I admire work ethic and I appreciate when somebody puts time in on a worthy goal. But I'm more focused on what was accomplished during those 50 hours, because if somebody worked 50 hours, but they spent a lot of time gossiping by the water cooler and managing their fantasy football team and making sure Facebook is updated as to where they're going to lunch and what they're going to have at lunch, then that's not really a good reflection of what was used with the time. So in your personal life, as well as in your business life, I would say focus on measuring your results and what gets accomplished and less about the time. Tying this in with the fourth thing I talked about, doing difficult tasks first and my to-do list. There are times that I may get my key things done earlier in the day, and maybe that means then I will head out of work early and maybe grab my son off the bus early, or maybe I'll get to the gym earlier than I might otherwise have. I'm going to measure results, not time, and I think that is helpful in terms of working smarter, because everyone, including me, there are time wasters in their day. And if you, especially on the business front, can mitigate the time wasters you have, that'll go a long way to you working smarter, and then you could focus on measuring results more than measuring time. The last thing I wanted to mention, number 6, is to write things down and don't rely on memory. It amazes me how many people say, I forgot something in the business world. And that is always going to happen. There's no way around it. But writing things down, taking notes, will really help on the memory front, and it is a great way to help you work smarter, because it's much better to avoid a problem than to solve a problem, and writing things down, helping you keep track of tasks and things that are important, is a key element of that. So you should write things down. Now, this could take many different forms. I know here at Elliott Wealth Management Services, it does take on several forms. Sometimes it might be a Post-it. I know right at my desk today, I have a Post-it on something that is a reminder for me today. But you could also leverage technology. We use a contact management system. We use Salesforce, and we could assign tasks for ourselves as well as other team members. So then we're leveraging technology. I won't remember that I need to ask Lindy or Brittany or Paul or Joelle to complete something on behalf of a client. I may not remember, but if I could put it in Salesforce and assign it as a task, then I have a high level of confidence that it's going to get done and will not get overlooked. It also goes back to the to-do list. If I think in the morning, oh boy, I got to remember to call so-and-so this afternoon, I'm going to write it down on my to-do list. So write things down. That's an old-fashioned term, though. It's perfectly fine if you're using the notes section on your phone, which I do. I will also, and the team here teases me about this all the time, at 8:30 at night, I may say, oh my goodness, I really need to send an email on this. I may write that down. I may go pick up my briefcase and write that down and keep it in the notes section of my briefcase. Or I may call myself and leave a message, or somebody else here on the team, and it'll be something like, hey, please remind me tomorrow I need to send an email on XYZ. So writing things down is a good way to do this, but you could also leverage technology by using voicemail, contact management systems, email yourself reminders, but don't rely on your memory. Most of us have too many things going on between work and home front things to remember everything. So write things down leverage technology to help you work smarter and be efficient. I appreciate you listening today. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on working smarter. And please understand, I haven't gotten it all figured out, but I think my team and I here at Elliott Wealth Management have really improved on this topic over the last 3, 4, 5 years. That has led to our increased success, and we get wonderful feedback from our clients day in and day out about how we're able to help them. And some of these things we're talking about puts us in a position to be better financial advisors for our clients. At the end of all the episodes, I ask, and I will ask again, please, if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, please do so. You can do it at iTunes, do it at the Elliott Wealth Management website. And of course, if you're not a client already, we'd love to talk to you. We'll do a complimentary consultation with you, either in person or remotely. So keep that in mind if you're listening and you haven't spoken to us yet. I'll be back with you on an upcoming episode of the Simply Financial Podcast very soon. Thank you.
The views expressed are not necessarily the opinion of SagePoint Financial Incorporated and should not be construed directly or indirectly as an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned herein. Investing is subject to risks, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. Please note that individual situations can vary. Therefore, the information should be relied upon when coordinated with individual professional advice. Please note, the information being provided is strictly as a courtesy. When you link to any of the websites provided here, you are leaving this website. We make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of the information provided at these websites, nor is the company liable for any direct or indirect technical or system issues or any consequences arising out of your access to your use of third-party technologies, websites, information, and programs made available through this website. When you access one of these websites, you are leaving our website and assume total responsibility and risk for your use of the websites you are linking to. Securities and advisory services are offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Elliott Wealth Management.